Hello there, this is Supriya and I'm back again with another video on Selenium WebDriver series, and today's topic is XPath. In the last few videos we have seen how different type of 8 locators like ID, name, class name, XPath, link text, partial link text, tag name, etc. And we also learned how to use these locators to locate the web element on the web pages. And we have also seen the use of driver.findElements method that will help to locate the elements and to execute our scripts. So here in this video we will learn more about XPaths. Actually it is about customizing the XPath. Okay. So why do we need to have the customized XPath? That's because one of the reason is, for example, if the client wants us to change this search text box from the position from here to some different position, or he wants to change the sign in button, he wants to change the text, or he wants to change the position of this sign in button from here to some other position. So at that time developer will write the code again. He will make some changes on the web pages, and again your HTML DOM, which is this part, will get changed. So if you have already written your automated script, that will get disturbed. Okay, so you have already written by using name as the locator or class name as the locator, and the values of these attributes are changing. So that time you will have to change your automated scripts as well. So that time, if we have the customized XPath, okay, that we will learn now, then you might have to change your automated script very little. Okay, so this is one of the reason, and another reason is sometimes on CrowPath we have seen that we can just get this XPath, relative XPath, and use it to automate our scripts. However, we cannot use this absolute XPath because it's too long. And why it is too long? Because it follows the hierarchy. That means if your element is somewhere here, okay, here, and in the absolute XPath it will follow the hierarchy from the root node, that is the topmost root node, that is HTML, and by the time you reach till your element, it will write everything, all the tags that comes in between, and that will make your absolute XPath very long and complex. Another thing is that if you use this XPath, the value inside this this is an index value. So if currently it is 2, okay, this might also get changed to some other value like 3 or 4, because the position of the element is changing. So the index value also might be changed. So that time it will be a problem for you. It will show you the exception or the error saying that element not found, and most of the time you get such exceptions in Selenium. And if you learn to create the customized XPath, that means you have won half of the battle. And trust me guys, if you learn to create the customized XPath, you learned everything in Selenium, because most of the exception that we get, most of the challenges that we get is it sticks around the locating the elements. Most of the time we are not able to locate the element, and we stuck. Okay, we get stuck. So if we know to create the customized XPath, our job is done, and our automated scripts will go smooth. Okay, so you need to just be very careful while creating the customized XPath, and I'm just giving you the brief explanation on how to create the customized XPath. But more you practice, you need to practice, guys, okay, on these basics that I'm telling you. And the more you practice, the more you will be exploring things, and more you will get experience on creating the customized XPath, and you will become expert. Okay, and this is all Selenium is all about. Okay, so without wasting time, let's learn to create the XPath. Okay, so I have taken the example of Amazon.com, and I have already created the class as custom class. Okay, I have copied everything from launching the browser till opening my website. Okay, in the previous sessions we have learned how to launch a browser, what this code means, and what are the implicitly waits and the manage methods. So I will not tell you again and again. If you want to revise, you can just go back and go through the videos again. Okay, so here in driver.get, I have just entered my URL for that Amazon.com website, and how to create the XPath. So let's assume that, let's consider that this is my search text box, and I want to enter some value in this search text box. So to create the customized XPath for this text box, I'll just right click on this and I'll say inspect. Okay, I have this highlighted section. So currently you have the attribute ID with its value. You also have the locator name with its value, class name with its value. So you can make the use of any one of these three and you can locate this element. But what if you don't have ID? Okay, let's assume that we don't have ID. Okay, now how to create the XPath? Okay, and let's assume that this XPath from CrowPath plugin is not working. Okay, you are getting some exceptions. So that time you would require to create the customized XPath. So how to create that? So what you will do, you will you have to spy this element first. Okay, okay, and just a moment. Okay, so here is my element, and you'll say Control F. Okay, and you will say double slash. Okay, when you type double slash, that means that the element or the tag name that you'll be writing is between this HTML DOM. It's anywhere here between the HTML DOM. Okay, so you will say double slash, and this is my HTML tag value that I just spied. Okay, so I'll say input. All right, and let's take this value, name value. So I'll put to after input tag name, I'll put these square brackets opening and closing, and inside these square brackets I'll write at the rate, and my attribute name, let's pick up name. Okay, I'll say name and its value, as you'll just copy the value, you will paste it inside this single quotes, you will write the value. Okay, and here we go. So you can see here you are getting the index value as 1 of 1. That means you are all done. You got your customized XPath. So you will copy this XPath Alright, and you will go to your Eclipse and you will say driver dot find element, okay, by dot Xpath, double quotes. Inside the double quotes you will paste your customized Xpath value, and since you are writing some value in that search text box, you will say send keys, and what value you will be writing. Say I want to search mobiles, okay, so I'll say mobiles and let's run this. So it launched my browser and it entered my website amazon.com, and my mobile value got entered in the search text box. So my customized XPath is working. Okay, now I'll just close this. Now let's take another locator. Okay, I'll just spy this again, and I'll just remove this XPath, and this time I'm going to select, say, class name. Okay, so let me just copy this, the value of this class name, and now I'll write the customized XPath. So what I'll do, in Control F window, I'll say / my HTML tag name, input, my square brackets. Inside the square brackets I'll say @ what is my locator. This time I'm selecting class, so you will say class, sorry, okay, so you'll say class is equal to, inside this single quotes you will write the value of that class attribute. So the moment you write @ you have to write this attribute name class and its value inside the single quotes, and between them there should be an is equal to sign. Okay, so okay, just a moment. Okay, I made some mistake, so I'll just write it again. Input, I should have written inside the square brackets, so @ class is equal to single quotes, inside the single quotes my value, and here we go. But you can see that this time I have 1 of 2. Okay, so why is this 1 of 2? Because this XPath that I have designed is valid for 2 elements on this web page. There is another element also for which I have this XPath, but I only want this element. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just click on this arrow button, and I'll check which is that exactly my search text box is at which index value. Okay, so if I click here, it's 2 of 2, so I see that it's my search element is getting highlighted at 2 index value. So that means what I'll do, I'll just close this entire XPath inside the square, inside the opening and closing brackets. Okay, and at the end I'll put another square brackets. Inside that I'll provide the value in index value as 2, because my value, my element is found at index value 2. Okay, so now you can see it's 1 of 1. So this is my final XPath. I'll copy this. Actually this is a trick. Okay, so I just told you one of the tricks. If you don't get 1 of 1 in one go, then this is how you can, this is one of the trick that you can use to locate your element and to make this 1 of 1. Okay, and let me just use this driver dot find element by dot xpath double quotes. Inside the double quotes I paste my xpath value dot send keys because I'm writing a text there, and this time I'll say so let's say headphone. Okay, I want to search headphones, and I'll just comment this and save this, and let's run this again. So it launched my Chrome browser, it entered the website, and see, it typed headphone there in search text box. Okay, so you can use any other attribute, and you can in this way you have to follow this pattern, okay, this format. What is that format? Double slash your first you need to spy the element, okay, and this from the highlighted section you have to select your HTML tag, okay, and you have to first write double slash your HTML tag, and you have to write square brackets. Inside the square brackets you have to write at the rate, and whatever attribute value you are choosing from this highlighted section you have to write that, and the value you have to write inside the single quotes, okay, and you have to check if this is coming to be 1 of 1. If it is 1 of 1, that means you have got the final XPath, customized XPath, and that you can use to locate the element. And if it is not, say 1 of 2 or 1 of 3, then you have to enclose all whatever XPath that you have designed inside the opening and closing parentheses, and after that at the end you have to write the index value at which your element is found, okay, and that you can use as your customized XPath. Okay, there is another way wherein you can select two attributes and you can make the use of AND operator. So I'll just remove this XPath again. Okay, I'll spy this. Okay, my tag name is input, so I'll say double slash input square brackets. Inside the square brackets I'll say at the rate, and this time I'm selecting two attributes. So I'll take first this name, so at the rate name, okay, is equal to single quotes its value, okay, and there is some problem, just a moment. Okay, actually I had put a colon over there, so it should be at the rate name is equal to field keywords, and you can say so this time I'm having this 1 of 1. So what if I say type, or last time we have seen that at the class name, okay, it gave me 1 of 2. So let me just take this class name value, paste it over here, and I can choose another attribute as well. But for that I'll say and at the rate, and let me just take this type attribute, or you can select any attribute, name also, ID also, okay, but ID is if ID is available, then you will just go with ID only. You don't have to even create customized XPath, okay. Just a moment. Okay, so type is equal to value is text for type attribute. So I'll just type there, and here we go, 1 of 1. So by using AND operator also you can create the XPath. So it's the same syntax, only the thing is you have to just write and you can use 2 attributes with the same pattern of writing the XPath. Okay, and you can select any attribute, not just type or class, but any attribute, and you can make the use of AND operator. So if both the conditions are true, you will be successfully be able to create your own customized XPath. So let's run this XPath and see if this is also working. So I'll just go to Eclipse and I'll just comment this part. Okay, and I'll write another code. Say driver dot find element by dot XPath, double quotes. Inside the double quotes I'm pasting my XPath value, and I'll say dot send keys and say headphone is my text that I want to enter. I'll save my work and I'll run this. It launched my browser, it maximized my window, it entered my website, and headphone is searched as the text over here. Okay, so now what about links? Okay, now we will try to locate the links using the customized XPath. So let me just close this. Okay, okay, so I'll just remove this customized XPath. Okay, consider a scenario wherein you want to click this today's deals link or customer service link or any link from here. So if you see here, it's manage your content and devices link. Okay, so these are all your links. So if you want to say click on this say today's deals link, they are using the customized XPath, then how to do that? So I'll say I'll first spy this element again, this link. Okay, and this is my highlighted section. So all the links will have A tags. So what I'll say, I'll put double slash over here. A tag is my HTML tag name, and see, it's very tricky, you know, you have to be very careful while you're spying your element. So this is my highlighted section, my A tag is there, and I'll pick up this say this time you have the class. Okay, so you can use the class name as the locator to locate this element. You can also use link text or partial link text, but since we are learning to customize the XPath, so I'll just tell you about another trick. Okay, so here let's say the text is today's deals. So there is another way to customize the XPath, and that is there is a function called text function. Okay, so here in text you will write this value, this text value. Okay, so let's select this gift cards. Okay, so here this is my text. I'll copy this and I'll write inside the single quotes. Don't forget to put single quotes and is equal to. Okay, and here we go. So we have one over here. Also, you see that you might have observed that your this section gets highlighted. Okay, so that means you're all set to go, provided this index value is 1 of 1. Okay, so I'll just copy this and comment this part, and here I'll write another code, driver dot find element by dot xpath, double quotes. I'll just paste this over here, and this time you're not writing any text, so you'll say dot click. Okay, so this XPath should click that link of gift cards. Okay, so let's save my work and I'll just run this. So this time that gift cards link should be clicked. So see here, gift cards linked is clicked and you are taken to another page. Okay. Now, what if I use the text function again, but this time there is another function, contains, which is very important. Okay. So why do we use contains function? I'll tell you that. Okay. So consider an example wherein you need to click this link, manage your content and devices. This is a very long text. Okay, so if you're making the use of this text is equal to, then you'll have to write this long text. Okay, so in that case you can make the use of contents function, and you can just choose any word or text from this entire text, and you can create that XPath. Okay, so I'll just say content or devices, but I'll just make some changes over here. So again, what I'll do, I'll say double slash, I'll just spy this element first. Always you have to spy that element first. Okay, and you can see this highlighted section. Since it is a link, it's having a as the HTML tag. You will say a square brackets, and this time you are using contains function, so you'll say contains, and since this is a function, so there will be opening and closing parentheses. Inside that you'll say text. This is again a function, so you'll say opening and closing parentheses, and whenever you are using contains function, you will put a comma. You will not write is equal to. Okay, you'll put a comma, and inside the single quotes you will write that content value. So I'll just pick up this content word from this entire text. You don't have to write manage your content and devices. You can just write any text from this entire link. Okay, so I'll say content. So here we go, 1 of 1, and see, this is getting highlighted in yellow and this is getting selected over here. So let me just use this XPath. Before that, I'll just tell you the use of contains function. Whenever you are using the contains function, you will write contains. You'll inside the opening and closing parentheses, you'll write text, comma, and you'll just write comma, not is equal to, and the value of that. Okay, and let me just comment this, and I'll write another code, driver dot find element. See guys, why I'm writing each time, so that you can see it again and again, and then it will be a revision for you. That's why I'm writing it again and again, otherwise I can copy and paste also. Okay, so this is all about practicing. The more you write, the more you will get practice on. So dot click, and this should run now. This should click that link. Okay, so let's run this and see if it works. See, it clicked on that link and it took me to this page, right? So this is the use of the contains function. Okay, however, it's not necessary that you just write text. Okay, you can write @class, @name, or any value, any attribute from the highlighted section. But if you are writing @, then you put is equal to here. But sorry, if you are using contains, and even if you are choosing any other attribute, you'll always write comma over here. Okay, so I'll just give you another example. Just give me a moment. Okay, so this time I will use, say, today's deals. All right, so I'll just right click on this, inspect, and here I have my highlighted section. My tag is A since it is a link, and I'll again make the use of contains function. I'll say A /A square brackets. Inside the square brackets, I'll say contains open and closing parenthesis. So this is the pattern you need to follow, guys. Okay, and you have to be very careful about the syntax, otherwise you won't be able to create the customized XPath. So contains, and since it is a function, you will write opening and closing parenthesis. Inside that you will write either you can write any attribute. If you're writing any attribute, say class, name, then you will write name, comma, and the value of that. But here I'm using text, so if you're writing text, then you will not write @ will only be written for any other attribute other than text. Okay, like name, class, or any other attribute, say type. Okay, but for text you will write just text, because text is also a function. So opening and closing parenthesis, comma, and since my element is my element that I want to click is today's deals link, so I'll just write deals as a text over here, and here we go. So I'm getting 1 of 1, and this got yellow. Okay, and this is my element. Okay, if you just mouse over this yellow section, you can see that your today's deals link is also getting highlighted. Can you see this? Okay, so this also indicates that your XPath has been created. Okay, another thing that you can see is it's 1 of 1. Okay, so I'll just use this XPath, and I'll go to my Eclipse, and I'll just, this time I'll not write anything, I'll just copy everything here itself, and let's see if this works. So it should work now. Okay, it opened my browser, it launched, opened my website, and it clicked today's deals. Can you see this? I'm on today's deals page. Can you see this over here? Okay, so with this I'll end with this session. Now there is more to XPath that we will see in another video, and in the next video we will be learning the parent, child, sibling, some of the properties of XPath in another video, the use of these properties. Okay, and they are a little bit more tricky, so you have to be very careful about writing their patterns and their ways. Okay, so for now I'll just end this part 1 XPath session and see you in part 2 XPath session tomorrow. Till then, you have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye.